Okay, I'm recording now. So, I took the liberty to record one of these matches. So, context: this right here is a tournament battle. Um, it's going to be, as you saw just now, it's going to be Portugal versus Russia. The tournament, let's say it's oversimplified. It's made so that the players choose their own factions. So this player over here, these players have the Portuguese, and those players over there has the Russian faction. So it's gonna be interesting since the Portuguese are a shooting faction. They're kind of like the British. They have pretty good, shooting stats, but perhaps not as much in the melee as the Russians have. The Russians have good melee and charge stats, but not so much shooting stats. So yeah, this will be interesting. We are playing on the England something 1A map, I think it is. I don't really remember, but that is what the kind of default map has been set for this tournament. I played a tournament game myself. I actually played against the Portuguese earlier. Well, it's been a while now, and I lost, so I was fighting as the Austrians. We'll see how this goes. So terrain-wise, we have in maps. Sorry, points. We have a 4-pointer over here, a 1-pointer, a 1-pointer there, and a 1-pointer here, and a 4-pointer there. So these 2 points are going to be the kind of. Actually, you only need a point over here. They think they only need to hold these two then, right? Yeah. So depending if Chris over here can get to this point before whoever this player is, they may be able to actually be on the defensive. But again, I don't know. I don't think actually the points are going to matter that much in the battle, because if I were to guess, the Russians are probably going to play super aggressive and just kind of like push wherever they can, because that's what they are. Well, the Russians are good at. Let's take a look at the units here. So this is Lerol over here. He's got line infantry, Portuguese Franzless battalion, Odense battalion. So that's pretty much, yeah, add all the named units. That's elite. Odense infantry battalion, a 9-pounder, Portuguese rifle corps, and some cavalry. The Portuguese cavalry is not that great. Like, I think this first Alcantara cavalry regiment is the only heavy cavalry that the Portuguese has to offer. And these mounted guides are, well, they don't really have good stats. Seems like quite similar setup with other player, except he's got some grenadiers. Also got a 9-pounder line. I can hear what's the movement starting. I'm not too familiar with the Portuguese general, but I think they both have a named one. Yeah, I think this Antonio is the best one you can get. Interesting how he brought 2 grenadiers, 3 grenadiers even. I'm not really too familiar with the Portuguese faction, so I don't know what the stats are on these guys, but these guys are those guys are named one, they're special one, but other ones are seem to be standard. Now, did they bring any light infantry? Does not seem like it. So I will start the Portuguese alliance for pretty decent. Well, uh, while we're waiting, I suppose I could just give a little bit more context on the tournament. I already said as players kind of choose their own factions, but this tournament was set up by Dan Durantes from the FCN Field Command Napoleon Discord. This has been going for a while now, quite actually. And how it works is that first of all we have I don't know how many participating players we have, but each player will have to fight one player, and whatever faction lost will go down to a losing bracket. Now whoever won will stay in winning brackets, and then they'll fight the next player, and the player that they fight and win there will be on their team. I think that's how it works. It might sound a little bit complicated and it's probably a little bit hard to explain, but yeah, I guess someone in the comments can correct me on how uh, the uh, the rules are set up. This is a bit hard to explain. Interesting to see how the Portuguese is going to counter the Russian melee. If they're going to be able to keep them at a distance, or will have to be forced into the melee. If I were to, I don't know. But say if I were to, nah, I don't know. I have no clue what the Russians may bring. They might bring a lot of invest into artillery with their unicorn, or they may bring a lot of heavy cavalry to If I were to guess, the Russians are probably going to invest a good amount into cavalry, so they can just easily wipe out the Portuguese ones, and then whenever they charge in, they can have cavalry supporting on the flanks and charging the backs. If I were to guess, I oh, and it seems like we have started. So we have France over here on the right, and then we have Hartless with Prince of Toil on the left side. As to be expected, we can already see that the Portuguese players over here are heading up, trying to probably hold on this road here, setting up its lights to scout out. There isn't really any like huge hills here where you could put artillery, but there's this little, we call it elevations here and there that can obscure field of fire if you're not careful. But if the Russians bring unicorns, that I don't think that will matter too much. The first, yeah, here we go. That's what I thought would. Yes, Russian lights booking it for the farmhouse. Which will means they will take this house before the Portuguese can. Good player there. That's kind of a shame I didn't see any Portuguese lights, because they could have done the same and probably maybe had a counter, but I don't know. There might be another thought process behind it. And we have something firing here, which seems like a unicorn. No, I don't see any big fireworks. No, actually, that looked like it might have been just normal cannon. Can you actually shoot from here? Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah, I can. Definitely. Oh, he's shooting in his cavalry. Right. Oh, here we have Cossacks. Interesting. A lot of them, actually. 2 of them. Cossacks are really nice to have because you can use them to scout out the enemy very early on. So, like, you can have them kind of like just roaming. Or if you micro it well, you can just have them roaming around the enemy line over here, and you'll constantly have a idea of where the enemy's going. That's why I like to use the guerrilla cavalry for. And the Russians have taken a position in this house here. It's going to put the Portuguese at a little bit of a disadvantage, but they could still retake their chances if they take this 1 pointer out here, if they're going to, but I don't think they will. Just take a look what the Russians brought. We have Moscow Musketeer Battalion, we have regular Musketeer Battalions, an elite here, Musketeer Battalion. Ah, there's the Russian 12 pounder. Mounting up. Just see here if they have. Oh, yeah. Probably a little bit hard because there's a slight very, very slight, but slight elevation from it. But it's definitely more of an aggressive. It's going to be hard to push with that cannon there, so that's probably what their process behind.
All hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost done.
We are watching live this, by the way. I'm actually currently spectating them right now, so everything that's going on out here is, you know, someone else doing live, kind of. Well, it won't be live, but I'm watching this live. We have the counter battery, it seems. The Russians has lost one limber. 2 cannons versus 1. It's probably going to be a bit rough, but Hartless, the other, has not shown up because all of these are, yeah. All of these are armies from this player that spawned over here. Nice deployment of stakes in front of the artillery there, making sure cavalry doesn't have a easy way of going in. So far, have not seen a lot of Russian cavalry except for the Cossacks and the odd light hussars here and there. Okay, this is all cursed. Lau is making his way over to the left. Okay, so I think the battle is starting to shift slightly. It's going to be that house over here on the left and this house on the right that's going to be fighting over. It's probably going to come down to the house on this side, whom can take it first, and whoever takes this first will be the defender on either side. Unless the Portuguese are feeling cheeky and start a skirmish over here, which I probably would have done, to be honest. This is not an easy spot for the Russians. Oh no, he's pushing up now, so he could, yeah, never mind. He could have probably had set up his line up here, and then it would be a little bit hard for the Russians because to move around this house, but we lost the gun here. The other cannon, other 9-pounder, is still moving up. It's placing itself here to kind of get diagonal shots, which could work. If whenever the Russians push up, they'll have a kind of like, if they do push up to this road here west, which I think they will do eventually, he will have kind of like a angled shot on them, which I think is a good thing. Oh, the Russians have lost a gun too over here, so... It's nice to see. So, there is a rule of only allowed bringing 2 artillery pieces per team. It seemed like the Portuguese split it off into 2, so each player has their own artillery piece, as you can see over here. Where's the second one? There. This is different player controlling it, while France over here has 2 artillery pieces controlled by the same player. That could limit... I think this giving him a slight advantage here on the left side, because he has now double the amount of guns, so he can focus down on this side to start, so should be able to counter battery this thing quite efficiently then. Get that cannon out and then pretty much have free range on these Portuguese. But I have to be able to take out that cannon, if not it's kind of the... Yeah, then the... Oh, Chevrolet the Guard. There you go, that was the carol you was expecting. So far, pretty casual. We are 17 minutes into recording, so I'm guessing that's about a quarter of the match done. I don't know why I can't see the clock here, but I guess that's something wrong with the spectator camera. I don't know. Down to 2 cannons here. Oh, gonna have to watch out for that. I think he might have lost that. No, okay, he's not. Okay, so what he could have done is that the these skirmishers like these are pretty good at shooting at cavalry. So he could have, if he fires like a almost point blank range. Well, it's a bit of a risk really, but you can break them if you're fast enough. But as I said, it's a bit of a risk. These are SARS. Don't know how much morale they have. It also depends a lot on the cavalry, that morale they have, if they will break or not. It seems like the Russians are advancing their cannon up. Now, that's very aggressive. If you can put that cannon up here, you'll have a good time. Is he going to do what I'm thinking he's going to do? Yeah, he's opening fire. Giving him a slight advantage, but these are mounted guides, so they won't really do that well against these guys. He's firing, he doesn't even care. He's shooting himself in the back. No balls. He actually broke the Russians too. Wow. We have a charge. Oh, I didn't square in time. Oof. Probably was paying too much attention over this. Oh, this could be a huge turning point. Franz gonna lose his cannon here. Yeah, that one's gone. He didn't unlimber it in time. Oh my god. Devastating. They lost these guys too? Oh, but this could be taking... Yeah, I was about to say. These guys can fire canister now. And yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to pull these guys slightly to the left hand and just poof, poof, poof. Fire it on canister. really a big of shame that he lost his cannons up here. I don't know if they just arrived there yet or what not, but it seemed like he probably could have unlimbered them a little bit earlier, maybe. It's gonna be a little bit harder for the Russians to push up on this side now. They still have this 12-pounder in the back here, but he's lost all of its limbers pretty much, so they can't move it. Well, they can, but they're only able to move one gun. We are starting to see fights developing on the right-hand side. The fighting around this town. I think these I get just out of canister range too, unfortunately. Let's see. Doesn't seem like it does too much damage. And he tried to do cheeky. Ooh, did it work? Maybe. I think it did. Yeah. Nice. He's probably gonna lose these guys now, but be careful now. So I would have pulled them back ASAP. I think these guys are gonna completely shatter. Yeah. When you're fighting so close to the border, they're just gonna run away. Did he end up? I don't know. Okay, he lost his. Ooh. The Russians going in with the pretty aggressive charge here. Ay, ay, ay. That was what I was worried about. The Russians help cause a breakthrough here, but he's got a lot of reserves. Ah, yeah, that's the rifle saws musketeer battalion. I don't know, would have gotten these reserves in ASAP. You should have retreated a little bit faster, a little bit sooner. These guys probably gonna have to pull them back. Let these guys do the fighting for you. Oh, these saws just running through. It's not forming squares. Golly, and these guys are firing canister. This could really go either way. Oh, Laro with this cheeky canister. Oh, he's pushing in hard. These guys are gonna have to fire quickly, load those guns, and get shooting. There you go. There we go. Boom. Oh, ho, ho! Nice one. Is it gonna run these guys away, or is it going to be too late? I don't know. It depends if these guys are gonna break here or not. It doesn't seem like it. Oh no, they did. Nice. Just about able to defend that. Wow, and they shatter too. Whew. So far, it seems like the Portuguese are really giving the Russians a run for the money. It seems like the Portuguese has this thing under control now.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, Level's shooting his. He doesn't even care. He's not losing that cannon, just shooting himself in the back. Brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Nice usage of carry here. Blocking them into the charge. Oh, there has a lot of carry over here. Surprised he's not using it more actively. Like, could have helped a lot on this side. Oh, Cossack cavalry coming from behind. Is he going to notice that? Does not seem like he's going to notice it. Oh, and they... Okay, they're gonna run away. Wow. You just turned these guys around and... didn't even care. Oh, there's gonna be a... It's going to be another push on this side here. You have a Grenadier battalion, you have Musketeer battalion coming up. He sees that this flank here is weakened because the Portuguese had to send a lot of reserves over into this side. Not sure if this Portuguese is going to notice it yet, but he's going to probably have to send his Grenadiers over here to be able to contest it. Oh yeah, and it seems like he's starting to send some stuff over, but I don't think it's enough. I would have brought everything over. Oh, that is scary. Mikhail is being charged, but it seems like he's gonna get away. He's chasing me away though, so he won't be able to inspire this unit, which is good.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, Cossacks, not quite making it. No. Seems like he's sending most of his reserves to hold the center. Still, I'm a bit worried about this thing. I don't think this is enough. I really don't think this is enough to hold it. He's got Russian lance gonna come up there and gonna soften the lines a bit, and then the rest is just gonna walk in and charge. Should probably move these grenadiers closer so we can counter it easier. Oh, and the 9-pounder is still up here though, so it might be a bit rough. Hey, here a cavalry charge? No? Oh, the Cossacks are back. And they are trying to charge again. He's noticed it this time, which is good. But it he might... Ooh. Don't think he'll be able to break that. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Both broke. Okay, interesting. Cossacks don't have a lot of morale, you see, so... They die out quite quickly. Oh. This is going to be scary. So the Portuguese lines ends here. I can see that Hartless is sending a lot of his stuff away from the center and over on the left. That's the Portuguese left-hand side. You can see it's quite outnumbered here. Don't know if Leo's going to be noticing it, but it might be smart to pulling off reserves up there, or some of these guys' eyes pulling back. Yeah, and he's sending reserves in. Might be worth sending even more. Oh, he lost his cannon. Franz was able to do a charge. Good play. Missed it though, unfortunately. Yeah, finally. Okay, here Hartless sending his Grenadiers reserves in, which is going to help a lot in the incoming charge. Those Grenadiers might match the Russian melee stats. And, well, the Russians are withdrawing from this side. Crest is retaliating, taking out his Musketeer battalion. Oh, and he's pulling back. Guess he saw the incoming Grenadiers there and thought it wouldn't be possible. Yes, cool. Alright, here we go. Laros has noticed that he's moved most of his stuff, or the Russians have moved most of their stuff over to the left, and he's now moving up his center to face out the Russian. That is good play, good play. It's not brain dead. It might be the Portuguese time to launch an attack now. Ooh. Don't want these guys to run away. As you can see, the Russians are withdrawing, consolidating on the 1 point over there. I'm pretty sure that if the Portuguese wanted to, they can just start up moving up, start shooting on the Russians, and they would eventually win, because shooting stats much higher than the Russians. Seems like that's what it's going to do. Chris is moving up his... He's not moving everything up. Laro's seen that his battery is kind of wavering, so he's sending his general over there to make sure they don't go away. Gotta be a bit careful there, because I think that cannon over here is counter-battering in it, so... Did he inspire it? No, he just walked by. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you can see the line order there. Don't want to get too close now. With it stopped here. Like, make it like kind of like so. It seems like... I don't think the Russians had anything more onto the right side here, so... They could flank with a unit or two. Threaten the Russian right side. Also, do something like the Portuguese player has done well is that he's also... You can see now, if I zoom out a bit, it has isolated both players, the Russians. So what that does is that the both players can't really consolidate with each other, which is a benefit. And the fact that they can't send reserves over to each other in case, you know, the other player needs more help, then it's gonna be rough because they kind of like make a wedge here, split them in two. I really think it's this Portuguese Christ time to start making offensive on this point over here. These guns still... No, these guys ran away at one point. Is this... Oh. Alright, the Russians are officially out of cannons. That's gonna be rough. Shame. Pretty silent on this front. We are 34 minutes into the recording, so about 30 minutes of the game has passed. The Russians are still holding the point advantage, so it's the Portuguese time to make an offensive. He is gathering troops over on this side. I really hope he's not going to try and do a melee and just sit there and shoot the Russians down. I'm worried he might try to charge him. I don't know, maybe. Now, I don't know how much France has left, because I've seen a lot of like units running away. Like, you know, he's got a 120 men gun there, another 34, another one gun there, another one gun here. So I'm guessing that he does not have a lot, but for all I know, this all stuff here is hidden for us. You can see kind of units starting to pop out here, so you might have, you know, a whole corpse standing somewhere. But I do believe that the Portuguese has an advantage after that failed charge in the center. Laryl is going in to open the firefight. Starting up in the line engagement. Just gotta keep an eye out on the Russians so they don't try to do any cheeky charges. As long as the Russians don't do that, I believe the Portuguese will have the upper hand for most of this line engagement. And Hartless is falling back. Maybe he's gonna try to hold a tree line. And make like a little veg shell, like a fish hook kind of. If I were to guess, and hold this point while he's at it. Not a lot of stuff happening on this side. Just keeping his guys hidden. I mean, if you're not going to attack this house, you could have taken these guys and helped out Lero and continuing the isolation of this player over here, and then just stay on defensive. And maybe you can able to bait them to hit him, and then you can just show off your full strength and then kind of have the elements of surprise. Wow, Lero very aggressive over here, going in with the flank. The Russians. I don't know. I think these guys. Not sure what these guys are doing. This is a pretty good hill, actually. Oh, we have Portuguese are getting a little bit too close here. So no, he's not. I thought he was going to run in and try to do melee. It's not going to do that, and the Portuguese are going to walk up at point blank pretty much and Franz pull back again. Okay. Gonna have to make a stand somewhere. And I have no idea what he's doing with these guys. They could be much more useful on the left side here. Even elite. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to make some kind of barricade to block that carry from coming in, but I don't know. I don't know what his thought process is behind that, but might be something he sees that I don't. Oh, here we go. Portuguese are starting their advance on the farmhouse. Hey, nice. That's where General was standing. Looking for him. Interesting. It's just kind of Michael over here. That's him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or Mikhail, sorry. Just sitting here. Off the cover of this house. Smart thing to do. He probably won't be shot down by the strafing bullets. Portuguese are moving into positions. Still don't really get what this is, but okay, I guess. And he's pulling back in. Okay, cool. Oh, and he's moving up his cannon. Yeah, I think that unless something very, very sudden happens, like for example a general getting killed or something, I think that the Portuguese have this in the bag. I I'm surprised it's I don't know where the all the Russians are here. I would Russians always bring mass, so okay. Oh, never mind. There's some hidden here and there. Okay, a little more than I think. Really thick lines here from the Portuguese. They are currently 5 deep on this side. While the Russians are 3.5, 2.5. Sorry, 3.5, 4, 4. Deep ranks. So okay, so here's the Russian reserve, right? It's got lights in the front line. That's not the right. I don't know. Or probably a spot him out with a musketeer unit if he has that in the background here, but because they will die out faster when they're in their front line. Lero sending the rest of his stuff over onto the left side. There we go. Okay, here we're starting to see some more units to Franzless units. Okay, these guys are no longer hidden, so he sees them. Oh. A unsupported charge. I don't think that will do much. Other than maybe break this unit. None of the generals are nearby. Oh. Ah, these guys are gonna come in and clean up. I'm gonna clear them up. You can't run away from that, mate. Russian right side is struggling a lot. Portuguese have a numeric superiority in numbers on this side. We're starting to see a fight erupt on this side. Ooh. Did not get the square off in time, and he's going to pull off. Hit and run, basically. Not much time left. I think there's about 15 minutes or so left of the game. A little bit more. So the Portuguese are actually going to have to be a little more aggressive now because they might run out of time soon. Portuguese have the advantage, clearly, but maybe the Russians actually can stall the Portuguese enough. Because if they hold both of these two houses here by the end of the game, they'll be golden. Even though if they might have any units left, they will be declared the winner. Oh, or maybe not. This unit here, if I'm guessing, is going to go over to the 4-pointer and claim it. Cheeky, but he might not do it. No, he's definitely doing it. Ooh. Yeah. He's going to go for his lights and he's charging. Does he? Yeah, he's got a general nearby. Good, good. Hitting the weak center, which is all the lights, which I thought he would have replaced by now, but has not. Does he have anything? Not really. When he's sending his mounted guides in. Yeah. It's nice to see that Laros is attacking on this side and not on the other side here. Yeah, I have a disadvantage here because it's a uphill, but here the terrain is more even, so attack is a little bit easier. Oh, but seems like actually, it seems like they traded an eye for an eye over here. Oh, oh, 3 guys left. Oh, 3 Russian Jaegermen left in that battalion. Holy shit. Sorry, again, someone's knocking on my door. Oh, these guys are running away now. Like 14 minutes left of the battle. Oh. Not able to form square in time. Oh no, they kind of were. No, 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 they weren't. Portuguese tightening the noose against his own pointer here. Still holding it, but we shall see how this goes. Oh, that's the unit that... Okay, no, it came back. Right. Seems like he's not going to go for the whole pointer and actually kind of fight like a proper man, which I like to see. I really think there's a better usage of these units here, but all right. I don't know what his plan is behind that, but we can clearly see that he's got units in there, so I don't know. Seems like the Russian left here is very open, so I would have swooped him over here and tried to do some more delaying action. Oh, 9-pounder. It's getting there. Oh, and the Portuguese has this house there almost completely encircled. There's no way going out. If the unit routes now, it's most likely not coming to come back. He has unlimbered its cannons. Although I don't think he's gotten the cannons the range as he wanted to. It's just going to be able to fire an almost shot, but still, just its existence is a threat. The Portuguese struggling slightly on the morale front, but ooh, okay. Gotta be careful now with your general, mate. It's down to 14 men. Don't want him running. If he runs, everything's gonna run away. About 10 minutes left of the game. I don't know. Maybe the Russians will be able to hold him off, stall him off long enough. this. Quite beautiful, to be honest. Quite the old, very old game, but still beautiful. Oh, the Russians are going the melee. Oh, and they managed to break his elites. Nice one. Well, the Grenadiers are contesting him, but he managed to break those elites, which is a good thing because he won't have as the morale boosting, which he would have gotten from him otherwise. Silent on this front. Oh, seems like Laryl is moving in at last. Russians are going in with another attack. Sending his general inside the house. Oh! Hope he didn't die there. I assume not. Probably would have got the message. Wow. Russians completely shattering, or not shattering, breaking the right side here. Very, very nice play. Wow, the Grenadiers are struggling. This guy's only 50 men. Oh no, okay, there's 2 units in it. 2 units there. Wow. Wow. Good play. Good play. That will probably stall them for like 5 more minutes or so.
Our men are running, sir.
Ah, Russians are sending in his reserves now to kind of counter this side. I think it's starting to get a little bit more even now on this side. So I need to use those reserves as I was hoping it would do. Oh. Don't know how long this will hold in. He's gonna have to hold out for what, like 7 more minutes. It's going to be rough. And his Grenadiers are charging in. Absolute carnage this front is. You can just see the bodies of the first attack. Wow. Oh, the Russians try to take out his cannons. And they have 2 guys left in them. So, yeah, basically... Wow. They're fresh. Interesting. Oh, they just die? Yeah. Yeah, no, they just sat it. Well, they managed to take out his cannon. Just good play.
Our men are running.
And he lost the Musketeer battalion to it, but I would say that was still worth it. The Russians did a very nice little comeback here, with kind of going through the Portuguese flank here on the side. Probably saved them a lot of men doing that, because now he has a little bit more space to think. Thinking, or space to move around in. Once if he really has to, he can actually withdraw. Kind of has a place to withdraw too, but I don't think he will, because he want to hold this house anyway. Oh, Guard Battalion going in. And they are counter-charging, and they're going in. Guard Battalion should win that. Second Grenadier Battalion coming in. I know he might have inspired it. Probably why it's not breaking or haven't broke already. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That seems like a suicide charge. Melee for the house has started. Let's take a quick look over on this side over on the left here. Lero has started the melee. No, so not melee, the shooting. But I think he kind of lost his advantage that he had early on. Oh, sorry. Talking for almost 1 hour straight. Starting to... starting to have an effect. I think this is the end over here for the Russians. Portuguese are going to go in and finish the job. Portuguese still have some reserves ready to go in case it's needed.
Our men are running.
Frontal charge. And it, wow. Well, they broke, but I think they managed to kill like 20. I guess it was worth it. Pavel's Grenadier Battalion. We're gonna have to send something more, something stronger than that, unless he has inspired these guys, which he might have. But I don't think they will win. Meanwhile, there's still fight going on over here. There's about maximum 5 minutes left of the game here. They have taken the house now, so yeah, the Russians are withdrawing from the house. So yeah, that probably is the final nail in the coffin, unfortunately. Yeah, and there goes the last units.
Our men are running.
Portuguese have another points. Had advantage on points. Wow. Really managed to slow down the advance. Oh, it's targeting these units. Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Wow. These guys broke.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, the Portuguese are struggling. Kind of lost the initiative they had. These guys are going to go on the road and I'm going to book it over to this side to help them. Don't know if it'll matter though. There's about maximum 3 or 4, 5 minutes left of the game. Just looking on the recording. Wow. The entire left side pretty much just broke. That is scary. Another melee coming in probably. Another camera charge. He got the square off. Oh, he's gonna go through it. Ooh. Careful now. Prince Tatoya is kind of in a bad spot. Is that him? I hope not, that's not him. I really hope that wasn't him. Because he was mighty close to dying there. Wow. There goes those carry division, the carry unit. Poof, gone. Gone with the wind. Nice. Probably going to arrive a lot faster with using that road. Russians going in with a melee, that is very aggressive. It might break up because that right side is kind of wavering. Leo's noticed it. He's going to send his general just in time. Just in time to be able to give his guys the little morale they need. Yeah, he inspired these guys. These guys are going to be rough to kill. Trying to take the house out again. We are now over an hour on the recording, so I'm guessing the battle is going to end soon. Maybe like 5-10 minutes left on the clock. Oh yeah, the charge completely failed. Pavlos Canada still holding on to that house there. I have to get the general over there so they don't run away. Yeah, the Russian defense is now starting to show cracks. He trying to do a melee here, but Portugal didn't work out for him, and you can see that the Portuguese are winning now because of the shooting. But oh, look at this side! That he's going into the melee again, trying to take his elites out. Those grenadiers didn't quite make it there, but steady. I don't know. He's got a general nearby. GG. That won't do. And he's got his character going around threatening his the Russian general over here. No, it's pretty much just a clean up. Okay. Pretty cool battle, I would say. I don't really have too much criticism. Both of these players playing here is very seasoned players, so it's like it's yeah, quite even on the experienced player side. So it's a shame that the Russians lost both of the cannons over here. If they hadn't lost them in that cavalry charge, and if these guys hadn't run away, maybe they could have done something. Cannons just have a lot to say. Look at this Congo line of Portuguese line just walking out the house. It's quite nice. Let's see if I can get a screenshot. There you go.
Our men are running, sir.
You know, I'll be perfectly honest. I really thought the Portuguese was going to lose this. Just because when I saw the first initial charges, it would be here. It really looked like the Russians were going to break through, and they kind of did. But Portuguese actually had placed their. I think what saved them here is that he had placed his reserves. Pretty much, that's where you can see this borderline right here. He placed the reserves quite nicely and was able to tie that little hole up that the Russian managed to make quite quickly. So the Russians wasn't able to exploit the breakthrough as much as they would have had done otherwise. So it's good play on the Chris side. I also would have kind of the Russians didn't really bring a lot of cavalry. They kind of just lost. Well, they had some light cavalry, but pretty much they lost quite early. It's a bit of a bummer. If you had more cavalry in that initial breakthrough here, you probably could have tried to, use the cavalry more in the charge if you had more of it. But it's kind of actually the Portuguese, which is kind of funny that the Portuguese kind of had, was dominating the. Oh, General was dominating the. Domineering the cavalry on this battlefield. Prince Detroit running away. This is just one last unit here. Just the God Battalion. Starting to get late. There you go. Battle is over. Wow. Look at our men Hartless deployed. Wow. Very. 6,000. Huh. Well, that was that battle. Quite cool. If you just give me one moment and I can get in the Discord chat with them.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa, what was that battle?
it was a good
That
game.
battle was just a shit show
Where's
from the
Hartless?
beginning, and I really think
Hartless?
I have. He's taking a shit right now. I have two
Oh,
complaints,
beautiful.
and then I will open up. The
Yeah.
first thing is I think the mod. This tournament should have been paused when it was announced that the batteries would be split in half because we were forced to
True.
put all of our artillery in one spot, and that means that you lose one
Yeah, that's
battery,
fine,
you've
I
lost
guess, yeah.
50% of what's that?
I mean, you could have given one to Hartless and had one each, but
Well, no, that's not my point. It's not about me.
Alright.
It's just about the fact that you lose one battery, you lose all of the entire. Like, if an army has an artillery train, right? That's the sum artillery that they have in the field. Instead of losing pieces of it, like, oh, okay, that battery was lost. Okay, that battery was lost. You lose all of it instantly. It's gone. There's nothing else. I think that's
yeah,
probably,
fair enough.
that's the weakness of the mod right now, and I think what should have been done is we should have talked to Chewie and been like, hey, can you just put out a quick hotfix to just half the artillery into the morale, and then the rest of it we can wait on, but just that specifically.
In terms
Because
of,
then
like,
what I would have done is I would have had one 12-pound battery by the house as a permanent fixture, and then one off to the right, and I would have had basically two batteries of 2 guns each, one as a maneuver, one as a base of fire, and then Hartless could have had his or whatever, and then we could have traded guns. Who cares? That's the first thing. I just think, like, 9-pounder, and I've said this before, 9-pounders are the best artillery in the game.
Oh, that's so
Hands
good.
down.
same range as a 12-pounder, basically. I think it's like 50 less.
Oh,
so there's like
and it's more accurate, and it loads faster.
Yeah.
Yep, infinitely better.
Yep, and our whole plan. I don't know if you noticed this. Our whole plan was counter battery from the beginning and wipe out the guys.
Yep.
Um,
He's gone.
yep.
Bullshit.
That was-
Dude, you fired
that's
one time
incredible.
and you dismounted one of my guns. I was like, really?
Yikes.
I fired 3 salvos in your 9-pound, and I hit a limber and I think the men in front, and that was it. And then you fired once or twice and killed a gun. I was like, oh my fuck! Like this is representative of how the game is gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
I
that's the
almost
first
felt-
thing. Yeah.
I thought that before in games where it's like within the first 15 minutes, one player or multiple players have pretty much no arty anymore, and I'm like, it's just gonna suck for them for the rest of the game. Do you know
It
what I
does.
mean?
It does,
Yeah.
because it means that you can never hold a piece of ground because you're always on shaky. all the time.
Literally.
Yeah,
by
once
the
you-
end of
And-
it, by
yeah.
the
I
end
think
of
that's
the
what makes
first,
it good games. It's just like whoever knocks out the center of gravity. But the good games are when the center of gravity for both teams are intact.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you guys already talked
in
about that.
game, after the first engagements where Hartless decided to just bum charge my cannon, I couldn't use
Dude,
my
there's an
cannon for the
opening.
rest of the game. Yeah, there was an opening, but unfortunately there was canister.
No.
But then I think Christ's gun got taken out. At some
Did you want me
point.
to share the replay?
I don't even
Yeah.
know how you're. I mean,
Nah,
you don't need to
be honest
because
with you, I'm not
Hans.
really proud of that game at all.
No.
Hey, you said that, but I was. I don't think Hans was very proud of the Prussia game that got turned into a replay. So.
I mean, you could share it.
That's
Yeah, absolutely. I
fine.
mean, fucking
I guess
Hans can
fight
do
or
video
fight.
on it.
I think
Yeah,
it's down
I
to
really
the,
want to see Hans's perspective.
Okay.
That's a really
Yeah.
cool perspective to film it, you know?
Yeah.
I
Like
think
live.
that game was basically defined by us. There was one specific moment where I think me and Hartless both were like, okay, that's it. Where I was moving up the second battery, and this is the one thing that pissed me off in the whole game. My mounted guides, which were supported nearby by my general and heavy cavalry, were routed by mounted guides.
I saw
I'm
that.
sorry, my
Hussars,
hussars were
yeah.
routed by them. And I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
all right, and then you just ran, and like, you know, correctly so. You ran forward and killed the battery
lines,
that was
yeah.
behind them. And I was just
Yep.
like, okay, there goes that center of fire. That means that we can't hold the center. That means that we're now going to be split because they've got 2 9-pounders that have not only survived 5 straight minutes of counter battery bombardment, but now also we've lost like 60% of our gunpowder of our guns in the field. So now what's going to happen is basically just it's predictable. It's the center is just going to become a bubble and blow up, and then we're going to get separated. And it was just like, okay, that's the way the game is going to go. The script is already written. There's nothing we can do about it.
I'm surprised you didn't retreat to one point, like as one big cohesive force. I know that you tried to, because Chris saw that you
Yeah.
were moving men
No, I
over.
wasn't retreating. What I was doing was I was trying to outmarch Christ and basically turn your flank. So I was holding all my shit there. I was just sending over 3 regiments specifically to go basically be a ploy. And the idea was that I would have all my shit back there. And it wasn't going to win the game, but what it was going to do is just buy Heartless time. And my thinking in doing that was if we buy him time, then Christ will probably be the ruse was he'd think, oh, okay, Franz's whole army's gone over there, or at least is trying to, so let me send men over there, and then that would have caused a dispersion of forces around the battlefield that ideally would have given us the time. But it was just, you know, we both. I think it was rather funny. And I think that was probably my favorite moment of the battle too, the narrative moment of, oh fuck, there we are. Like, you know, my flanking column gets caught, and then your assault column, like we kind of like run into each other. And I imagine it's kind of the same thing in a cartoon of like 2 guys coming around the corner, like ah.
Yeah, it literally felt like that. I was like, I was not expecting to set up my men that early. It's like, oh shit, shit.
Yeah, that made me laugh. That was funny.
Yeah, I love that.
You guys, I thought you guys were gonna win it when you did the charge, Franz, and you just Christ wasn't able to form squares, so you got charged into him, followed up with an infantry charge. Like it was so touch and go. At that point, I was
I
basically
try to charge you by the woods. I only break like one of your damn units, and then all my units broke. So it's like I feel like
inspired and rallied. Yeah, that was.
oh, you
that was-
inspired in rally.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
had 1 spy, 1 rally left. I used them both there. But I mean, at the very start of the
That-
game, when Franz just charged Christ, like it was so touch
I
and go.
was-
Basically, at that point, I just started shouting at Chris orders. I just
Right. I had to kind of pause it there because I know they're gonna keep talking for a while, but you can kind of hear what they were saying about the cannons. And he lost his cannon was a huge turning point. The initial charges looking like it was going to break, but it didn't in some bits and bobs here. But I'm gonna have to stop the recording now because it's almost more than an hour now. Hope you enjoyed it, kind of, and we'll see you guys in the next one.